a minute late, but I'm on. Let me just, I've got to make sure that I'm making sure that everyone can watch. I'm just going to share it onto the group. Bear with me a second. YouTube. Yep. Yep. Oh. There I am. So let's just share. Train sim. Yeah, I thought I'd do a bit of a live show today. I've not been live for a while. Oh, paste. Oh, that's not done it. Oh, paste. Okay, so I hope everyone's okay and keeping safe, etc., etc. Just going to get these links set up. Oh. Right, there we go. So, hello everyone. So here I am. I'm live. I've not been live for a while. Bit busy, hectic lifestyle as a lot of us probably have. Despite a lockdown, I'm still a key worker, like many of us are. Still got to go to work, etc. And also when I'm not at work, I've got my son, who doesn't live with me, but when I'm off, I have him, and he hogs my PlayStation playing Fortnite and at the moment Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I don't get much of a look in, unfortunately. But I thought I would log on this morning, do a bit of a live stream, and just have a general discussion about the game, the group, the Facebook group that obviously we run for those who aren't already on there. So the Train Sim World UK Facebook group is available, which is specifically for UK trains and UK routes. So it kind of it's a bit clearer. So we're not getting a mixture of all different routes. We're just concentrating on the UK stuff. Just shy of 1,000 members now, so that's good. In the group, we've been running competitions. So we've done 3 so far, pretty successful ones, are good, but could do with a bit more response. I mean, we've got non-job members, but don't seem to be getting still not that many. I've tried to promote it, give it a good week's notice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release a poll, I think, first off, and then I think I'm going to potentially... Oh, I want to replay that. Oh well. And then I think I want to potentially put a list of what the upcoming competitions are, just so it's not so much of a shock. I mean, I know I try and give it a week's notice. I think sometimes some people aren't quite ready for that. So a week's notice. Oh, that's my. I'm just watching myself. I kind of put my video on live as well, so I can see if it's all right. So yeah. So just going on the group and that at the moment. I just thought I'd kind of go into. Oh, come on, Max. Thought I'd just go into. So I'm just changing some settings. There we go. I just thought about it. Just go. Just in case anyone's noticed, we've had a bit of an admin reshuffle at the moment. We've had to sort of part ways really with a member of the admin team. The basis of the group was created so that we could all enjoy and share our experiences and our knowledge and people who weren't quite so sure about how to play any driving simulator, not just train sim, really could have a bit of an insight and use people's knowledge and experience. We had a member of the team who was very good. He was very knowledgeable. They were very knowledgeable, and you know, they had a very different driving style to me, and they had a very different approach to things and a very different attitude towards things. Which was good because it's good to mix things up, which we had part of the team, but unfortunately there was a bit too much negativity at times, which isn't really the best behaviour for an admin. I appreciate I'm probably not the best at times either, but I certainly know when to stop and rein it in. And I think it was just that they didn't suit the group anymore, and basically we had to make the decision to kind of cut ties. So we've had to lose an admin in that respect. No, it doesn't mean we've got an admin person, an admin vacancy due, but we do pick vacancies based on content and how people come in and out. So looking forward to the group, what we want to achieve is have these photo competitions that we've been having. So we've had a few now, haven't we? The latest one was WSR content. So our latest cover photo was one by Sam Laraz. Apologies, Sam, if that's not how you pronounce it. Of his lovely Ralph 8 Grey 37, just outside Minehead. So I want to do more of those competitions. The new competition this week is about going underground, so it's underground trains. So it's about any underground or former underground train. So that's your 1972 start, your 483s from the Isle of Wight on any UK route. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be an underground route, it's merely the train we're looking for. So the photo competition for this week until 17:59 Sunday is a picture of a London Underground or former London Underground train on a UK route. So that's what we're looking for this week. Again, the rules are simple. You put the hashtag, which is hashtag all about going underground, and whoever has the most reactions becomes a cover promotion, becomes a cover for the group for the week. The last competition we had a rather comical entry by Giles Robertson, which has given me the inspiration for the next for this competition. No, Giles, don't do it again, please. It was brilliant. So you got a 1972 stuck basically crashing into Minehead and flipping up and everything. Brilliant, but unfortunately, one, the picture wouldn't have really suited the cover, and two, probably not appropriate. But it was a brilliant picture, very funny, had lots of reactions, really, really good. So that's our current competition going on at the moment. Going forward, I think what I'm going to do is run some polls to see what sort of competitions people are looking for, and I think as well we'll I might look once we've got some. I'll do a list and the dates of when we're looking at doing those competitions to get people a bit more prepared. They might think, oh, I've got a competition that does, I don't know, as we've got snow on the ground, has got snow in 2 weeks' time. Oh, I've got loads of pictures of snow. I'll have a look through, see what I've got. And you can submit them. Now, we don't mind how you submit them, whether you do it direct from your console or your PC or whatever you do, or if you've touched them up. Or cropped them, or do whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the picture we're bothered about. It doesn't matter if you've done any editing on it or not. I edit mine, I'll confess. The odd time I do, I'll put it on my iPad and I put it through Lightroom and give it a bit of a touch up here and there and try and make it a little bit more artistic, because it's a good looking game and I want it to look even better. So that's kind of why I do that. And I'm probably not going to submit much. I don't submit too much. I want this competition to be for everybody. I want everybody to get involved. And it's like these videos that I'm doing now on our YouTube channel. Please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. These enables me to share my experiences as of what I've learnt myself. But Dad used to be a train driver, so I've learnt a lot through him. So I'm going to have a little drive of one of my scenarios I've built. It's quite an intense one. I think I can't remember if it's 12 or 16 trains actually. It's quite a few, but what I've done with this one is it's quite a modern. Well, it's based on the 2015 sort of scenario period that GWE was actually set in. But what I've done is I've used 377s instead of 387s, because obviously, as we know, the modern trains are 387s. So let's get started. Ooh, it always does that little jiggery bit. So I always run with the safety systems on. And I also use manual controls when I drive, so apologies if you use different control methods and immersion mode. I don't use immersion mode. Again, the admin we used to use immersion mode, which was good because I mean, you had another person. I've just isolated these safety systems, so that's your vigilance, your DSD, and your AWS, and also your DRA. So they are all your safety systems that you need on this train if you wish to run it as realistic as possible. So let me just sit down. So I use the cursor now. I don't know how it works on a PC or a Xbox, so I assume it's a very similar button. But oh, I've got a key in before I open doors. It's a bit silly of me. Let me key in. Oh, there's a turbo just moving. So when you have the safety systems on your setup, you have to acknowledge the AWS. Alright, now I'm going to open all my doors. Now on the scenario, for some bizarre reason, it's telling me to stop at Ealing Broadway. Alright, there's an HS2 also leaving, so I'm going to shut my doors again. Put my lights on. It's a bit of a rush this is. Oh, I feel like I'm rushing. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to judge, I'm going to have to hope that I've got a signal at the end. It normally is off. Let's just drop me, yep, pressure down, and off we go. So, I've got a simultaneous departure. There's 3 trains to depart Paddington at 10 o'clock. So, there's a HS2 that's just left at 10 o'clock, you probably heard it. There's that DMU there, that 166, that that leaves at 10 o'clock, and there's me. I'm an express service to Hayes and Harlington. So what I've done is I've created a timetable so I can run an express to Harlington, Hayes and Harlington, and because it's under the wires, I've used the Southern 377. Now, just to point out something, if you are running a scenario that has the specific traction, I'm going to go a bit fast. Whoops. You don't need to tick off the rails mode. So if you have got a diesel train, for instance, and you're on another scenario, you don't have to actually tick off the rails mode. So if you're on the NTP, for instance, you can actually choose the HST or the 166 without ticking off the rails mode. But although this is an electric train under wires, unfortunately you have to tick it off the rails mode because this is a diesel route predominantly. So, but what I've done is, how I've done this timetable is I've got some electric 377s masquerading as 387s under wires between here and Hayes and Harlington, because that's where the wires go on this route, and then everything else is diesel. So I've got quite an intense service coming out of London. As you can see, we're sort of running alongside the HST. Now that HST is due on the fast, and I'm due on the fast as well, so I will have to slow down and come to a stand in a minute, or near as damn it, and I'll be chasing it. So let's just put a bit of brake on. There's also a 166 on the relief lines, which has a very similar stopping pattern to me, actually. Now, there is a little bit of a... I'll show you a bit of a thing with this in a minute, which is a bit annoying, really, but you'll see what I mean when I get there. With the signalling a little bit. The signalling could be a bit cleverer with this. I mean, this is fine, because it's doing the right thing. So I'm just having a chug of coffee. So obviously, because of how intense it is, I'm approaching a red signal at the moment. If anyone doesn't know what that noise was, that's the AW West, which you have to acknowledge. That's basically warning you that you are approaching a red signal. So I'm putting that to on. The brakes and power are so good on this train, I don't worry too much. As you can see, I'm pretty confident on how to use this train. It's a lovely train this is to drive, this 377. I'm going to be really honest. I am looking forward to while we're talking about the future of TSW as well, Tracy World is going to be seeing a new UK route on February the 4th. There's a 166 just overtaking me now. We're going to be seeing the South Eastern High Speed. Now, I've tried to not look too much at the South Eastern High Speed. When it comes to routes, I do like looking... Oh, you just know it's going to happen, don't you? Okay. I don't try to look too much. I might look at the odd trailer, but I don't try not to read too much into it. I've seen a few comments, both positive and negative, about it, but I'll be buying it anyway because it's a UK route, and I love javelins anyway, and it's a chance of having more routes in the UK anyway. So I'm looking forward to it, no end. So that doesn't put me off at all. I'm being really brave here because I've gone past a single yellow on the hope that the next signal is a yellow, and it's not. It's actually a red, but it's just cleared. I'm being really brave here, really brave. Because I know I'm following an HST, but the acceleration on these trains are really good. So I'm being a bit cocky with this. Oh, I'm speeding as well. It's only 50 along here. Oh well. So I'll take it steady for a minute as I am approaching adverse signals. Yeah, so I want to catch that 166 up. Well, my signal's off because the better repeater is showing diagonal, which means the next signal is off. So I'll open up a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to buy it. I'm definitely going to buy it for sure. I'm looking forward to it. I've tried, like I said, I've tried not to look too much into it. I'm going to just take it as it comes, really, and see what it is. But I'm definitely going to buy it. To me, not only are you getting a new route, you're getting new trains, which means it's new trains you can use on other routes. That's how I look at it as well. Now that we've got off the rails, you're not just buying the route now. You're buying those trains, which you can use. That's how I sort of look at it now. For 25 quid, I'm getting a new route, and I'm getting two, three new trains I can use. Oh. I'm getting cocky. Speeding up. I'm just hoping that HST's had a good run. Well, I've got yellow, so that's good. Well, there's that Turbo Star. Since I put the memory saving thing in, it really is looking funny, because now I'm following a one car 166, which slowly builds itself up. I'm on a PS4 Pro, by the way, in case anyone doesn't know. It's to save memory, and I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. It looks a bit odd, but I get it. You know, if it means that we're getting a smoother running train and getting more content, I'm happy for that to happen. Okay, so we've also, I've just been looking on the Facebook group. We've also, someone's put a post about steam trains. Now, I'm not bothered about steam. I'm not a massive fan of Steam. I'm not really that bothered. I probably won't be that bothered about having the content. I might. I wouldn't mind seeing it. As in, it'd be nice to see a Steam train. I won't deny. It'd be nice to see a Steam train in a route. I won't necessarily want to drive it. Right, I'm getting a bit cocky here now. I won't necessarily. So there's my 377 Express from Hayes and Harlington. Oh, the engine. So the 166. I know I've said it before, but the 166's new engine sound is fantastic. Really good. No, I hate it when that signal does that. It just disappears behind the stanchion all of a sudden. We both stop at Ealing Broadway, so I'm not. There's no point me. There's no point me getting a bit getting too la-di-da. But yeah, so the Steam. I think what's going to happen is, and I think quite a few of you agrees, that we're just going to see I think we're going to see a Steam add-on, because I can't see the point in having a whole new route for one type of train. I mean, I'm not saying that ain't going to happen, but to me, the easiest thing to do, nice little tank engine on the WSR. That's what. A nice little pannier tank or something, or whatever. A nice little tank engine on WSR would be a lovely start to test out. You've got to remember, the main reason why they've not had Steam is because of the graphical issues Steam causes, the actual replication of doing the effect of Steam. That's the main reason. It's just getting the Steam effect to work properly. If you look, and you can tell, if you look at the clag on diesel trains, it's not fantastic, is it really? You know, it's pretty boring. It's pretty straight-laced, straight up in the air. Whereas you know yourself, you could be in a Class 37 that started cold. Oh, seems to try to do both. That started cold, and the clag goes all over the place. It's all smoky, and it goes all over the place, and wind's around in the wind. You know what I mean? And so you can tell there definitely needs to be some work done on getting Steam to work. Steam isn't easy to create. That translucent effect isn't easy to create at all. So it's good that they're doing that now, and I'm glad that it's going to please people. People are going to be happy that Steam is coming in and out. So we shall see what happens. But like I say, I think we'll have a little add-on on WSR. I think that'd be a really good start, and then see how it goes from there. Like I say, I'm not a massive fan myself. I probably won't purchase it. But sorry, I probably won't. I'll probably still purchase it, but I won't be a massive fan of playing it, because I'm not much of a Steam person. Right, let's get going. I've got only got another stuff I've got to say for, and in a minute I'll show you the madness that is. 2, and it looks like the 166 was about to go then as well. This originally left London at 10:05, but what I was noticing was I was getting a Mexican standoff at Ladbroke Grove. Not every time, but majority of the time. So I was a bit like, oh, well, what's the point in that? So yeah. Now I know 377s don't have pantographs. Well, some do actually, because you do have dual voltage 377s. But this is, to me, it's the closest I'm going to get to a 387, isn't it? That's why I've chose a 377 instead. So it's a little bit of a what if, admittedly, but you know, that's what the game's all about, isn't it? So, well, that HST should be well and truly gone by now. But I should start getting. There's another. That is the Hayes and Harlington to London stopper. Starts at Hayes as well. So just leaving West Ealing. It's actually a good thing about having your own scenario. You can stop trains at. That was the Vigilance DSG. Now, if you just pull the handle, move the handle, or if you press the pedal here, that acknowledges that. So, as you can see, on the relief they've got a double yellow, and you'll see why in a minute. I've got a green, but I won't have it for long. So I've got to cross over and go into the bay platform at Hayes and Harlington. That's what this job does. That foliage is a bit tight, isn't it? That's what you want. Love to have that little noise as it rushes across the side of the train. You know. Now I'll stop at Safe Hall, so I've got to be careful here. I'm gonna just power off. I mean, the power and the brake on this train is so good. I love driving it. It's such an easy train to drive. I also got the cruise control. I know how to use cruise control, but for the benefit of this video, I'm not using it because I'm not going anywhere long enough. Let's put some brake on. As we are now fast approaching Seyfort, and I'm on reduced aspects. So the signalling gets a bit balmy here. So I've got to cross over into the bay at Hayes and Harlington, yeah? You've also got your 166s on the relief line, yeah? Now that 166 doesn't stop at Seyfort, but it does stop at Hayes and Harlington. I do stop at Seyfort. So I stop at Seyfort, then I go over to the crossover into the bay and terminate at Hayes and Harlington, yeah? The train next to me on the relief line doesn't stop at Seyfort, does stop at Hayes and Harlington. There's also a stopping train in the other direction that started at Langley. Don't ask why it starts at Langley, but I've got to re-amend it to start at Slough anyway. It's because it was during the time when whether it was difficult to get trains moving because of the restrictions, but I haven't changed the timetable since. So anyway, a 166 goes across as well, but it takes ages for it to come across. So I don't know why the signalling doesn't just allow the 166s that are on the relief line to just go across in front of me, because they stand. Because they stand and wait for me to cross into the they stand and wait for me to cross into the bay, which is not very good, really. That could have gone and been gone. So it's a bit of a daft. I'll show you. You'll see it in a minute. It's a bit daft, really. Oh, I've not changed my PIS. I'll do that now. I know I've only got the one. If anyone doesn't know how to use the PIS, if you just go into the PIS menu, you can do it for me if you use the thingy. Press down, confirm location. Oh, down, confirm, exit, and then there he goes. Look through. So he goes through now. Now he's going to come to a stand in a minute when he could just go straight through. So let's shut my doors. So it's a bit balmy, and I'm sure that over time these little bugs will get ironed out. It's not so much it's doing the right thing because it's giving me preference, but there's no point because I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. So it just seems daft to let them stand there when the route for them is open. They can just keep going. It's me that's got the conflicting move. No point rushing at the moment because I'm not going to be going very far. Now this sunflower reminds you what your last AWS tone was. Yeah, so the brakes on this is so bloody so good. You know what I mean? Ever so good. Lovely little stop there. I could go a bit closer, but I'm not going to. So as you can see, the 166 is stood there now as well. So I'll show you the situation. So there's me. I'm on the fast line. I'm due to cross over onto the relief, onto the up relief, onto the down relief, and I go into the bay. The 166, which didn't stop at Seyfort, as you saw, is due to go straight through on the down relief, and it stops at Hayes and Harlington. So let's just do a bit of a recce. So I cross over here, cross over there, and then I don't cross over there because that's towards the yard. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I cross over at the next junction where them feathers take me. No, you see this 166 here? Now that's what I'm waiting for. So yeah, because I have to run along that bi-directional route where that one's in the opposite direction. So I can't understand why that other 166 can't go through while I wait. I've also put a pair of 20s on a stone train just for pure effect. It does actually leave later, but it's for effect. It's more for visuals really. So let's get back in the cab. Oh, I've gone that far away, it needs to load. There we go. So, once that 166 is clear, I'll be able to go. Now what you should do when you set the red signals, put your DRA on. Now that's better at stations where you got red signals. Probably not so much out in the middle, but I'll put it on anyway just for pure effect. So DRA to driver reminder appliance. It basically stops you from taking power. Yeah. Even though the brake comes off, which means you can still roll. Now whether that's real or not, I don't know. Oh, signals come off, so I'll clip the DRA off and I will get going. Sorry 166, it's got to go all the way to Reading, standing there for absolutely no reason. And it is standing there for absolutely no reason. I really don't understand why they couldn't have let that go. That could have been gone and left Arlington by now. The good thing is, there's the other one going the other way. Ooh, love that sound. It's I know I keep saying it, but they've really improved the sound. So it's 50 to cross over. It's a high-speed crossing, or high speed, as high speed can get. So it's 50 to go over. So you then cross over onto the up main, and then you cross over onto the slow down, onto the the down relief. And then because you're going into the bay, because I'm going into the bay, I will now cross. Oh, I do cross over here. I'll now cross over onto the up relief, and you travel bi-directional along the up relief for about 3/4 of a mile, and you can actually go 60. You can obey that speed. Oh, and see, it's also delayed. I mean, okay, it would have delayed that HST anyway. So he's been delayed because of, well, they've been delayed. So I shouldn't say he. They've been delayed because of me crossing over. So if I was driving that, going the other way, I would be flying along 125, and then also the restrictive aspects at somewhere like West Drayton. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So there's me 20 that I showed you earlier on. So they don't leave the yard till about 10:30. I've never driven them. I've never needed to. I don't drive them because the problem is if you spawn into them, there's no other trains running. So what I'm thinking I might do one day, spawn into another train and drive it to here, get out, jump into the cab of that. Oh. And then, but you've got to do it before it's departure time. And I think, yeah, I've got plenty of time. I think it's 10:30, so I'm gonna have a look. I might look at that as an option. Might see if that works. Like maybe drive that 166, because the problem is when you drive this now, as soon as I terminate at Hayes, it will finish the game. That's the only problem. No free roam in scenario designer is a bit of a pisser, really. Unless I can run over to that train quick as I can. I doubt I'll be able to get there in time. It takes about 60 seconds to finish the service. So here I am just terminating into Hayes and Harlington now, and then the turbo should arrive in a minute as well. Oh, I've noticed the braking has changed slightly on the 166. Oh, and here I am. Open the doors. Shall I try it? Oh, go on then, sod it. I'm gonna try it. Open. I'm gonna try it. Oh, HST going through. That'll be the 10:05 off London. So this is my scenario. As you can see, obviously you don't normally get 377s in this sort of scenario. I'm going to be really, I'm doing something really silly now. I'm going to try and see if I can run and get into the cab of the 20s quick before the time runs out. I've got 60 seconds for the moment the doors opened. Oh, come on. Catch points have come off. The 166 should be coming in a minute as well. So it's impossible. Them 20s don't lead till half past. Oh, that's it. Ah, damn it. Okay, so what I'm going to do then, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive that 166, so that one there. So now I'm swapping over and driving that 166 instead. And then I think what I'm going to do, because it goes to Reading, so in theory I should be able to abandon its journey at Hayes and Harlington, jump into the cab of that, class 20, and then once I've circled into the cab, that should become an AI train and drive away, he says. So let's see if that works. So that's something I'm going to look at trying doing. Tools, scenario designer, edit. So is it that one? 2 Romeo 01. That's the one. So I'll choose this one. And I'll spawn into that. And that other one, what time's that? 6 Romeo 99 leaves at, oh, leaves at 10:20. Oh, that's tight. That's a bit tight. I might retime it. I'll retime it for 10:25. Just to make sure I can definitely get in it. It only goes from Hayes to Reading. Yeah. Just, it is a big... So I've got 16 services set up at the moment. And I know I'm hoping to be able to put some more in soon. Yeah. Right, let's try it then. Let's do it. Yeah, so again, those that have joined us, I'm having a play with my GWR scenario. Obviously, since they've changed all the little bugs and stuff, it's been a lot easier to get more stuff and done. If you're watching earlier, I'd just come out of a rather busy, pardon me, London on a express service to Hayes and Harlington using a 377, which are masquerading as a 387. I'm now trying a different trick now, so I'm going to be on the 166 that was simultaneously departs at the same time that I did just. I'm going to abandon it at Hayes and Harlington on the hope that I can run and get into the capital class 20, and then see if I can get that running. Right, if you just wonder what I did there, I used a shortcut on my keyboard to turn the SAT systems off. But if you do need to do them manually, they're up here. It is TPWS isolation, DSD isolation, and round the back there's a fuse, AWS, you flick that on. So that's how you do it manually, but I've cheated and used the shift and enter on my keyboard, which turns all the safety systems off as well. Let's put me lights on, tail lights on. Oh, that's it. Right, let's go. Did I even open my doors? I don't think I did I? Ah, well, who cares? I'm going anyway. So the HST's leaving at 10 o'clock, the 377's leaving at 10 o'clock. Let's go. And off we go. That 377's so nippy. Oh God. But we know that if you've been watching with that 377 will come to a stand at Ladbroke Grove because it's booked on the fast line, or the main line, from Ladbroke Grove behind that HST anyway. Now if you was watching as well, you also know that we get delayed waiting at just north of Southall for no reason whatsoever, but hey. So here we go, the race is on. Well, it's not really a race, is it? But yeah. I know I could beat the 377 because it's sort of programmed to. I don't stop at Southall, whereas that does. That stops at Ealing Broadway and Southall. This stops at just Ealing Broadway. Ah, nice little simultaneous departure there. Also been opting for the 2+7 HST, I think. So we're all screwing along at 40 mile an hour. But the difference is now is that I know that I can power up once I get past the 50. I don't have to slow down for the adverse signals, which the 377, as you can see, if you just look in the distance, the 377's got a single yellow. I've got a green. It's only 3 aspect along here because it's only 40-50 mile an hour, so it's only 3 aspect signalling. Oh. Kind of put a little bit of power on there because I'm just slowing down a bit, and then it's 50 anyway in a minute, so I want to kind of open up next to the HST. Oh, sorry, I'm going for it. Cheating, I know, but well, that's not too bad, is it? I'm a 6 car, so I think the acceleration's slightly better on these. So there we go. That 377 is still going quick, considering he's approaching a red signal. Oh, there you go. Brakes are on. I was going to say he's going quite quick, but the AI trains do feel a bit unnatural. You know, when you're watching them driving and you're on them as well. You know, when you're travelling on them, I do find they feel a bit unnatural when it comes to the acceleration and the deceleration and braking. But you know. So I'm now alongside the HST should be alongside me somewhere, so that should overtake me eventually anyway. Climbing as well. Come on. So there we go. We are there. Ah. That's why I can't hear it. My volume's low. I was like, I can't really hear this. My volume's low on my controller. On the mic controller. Yep. So off we go. Powering up all the way. Where's the HST? I'm not even going to look. I want to see how far I get before the HST overtakes me. I reckon it'll be just past Old Oak, I think. I think just before Active Main Line it'll start catching, it'll get past me. Thing is, it's a much more powerful train obviously, but it's bigger, it takes a bit longer, and obviously this is lighter, and I'm a 6 car. So I've got a bit more oomph. I know a bit more weight as well, but a bit more oomph on demand. Where is it? I've got to watch out for my vigilance as well. I wonder if that 377 will catch me up as well, because I caught that 377. I caught the 166 up, didn't I? But I just ain't got past me yet. Come on! As the vigilance and the DSD pedal are pressed down just to acknowledge that. You can also press the controller. Don't care what anyone else says. You can use a controller. You can use the power brake controller, the PBC. We go. Where's HST? Come on! Yeah! Come on! Now I think I can only do. I've got to stop at Ealing Broadway, by the way. So 80. It's only 80 through here anyway, I think. $90, but obviously I've got to stop anyway, so there's absolutely no point me stacking it now. Not if I've got to stop at Ealing Broadway. But I've done well, still not overtook me yet. But now obviously I'm decreasing power, it should come flying past me in a minute. I mean, it's powering up to 100, 125 from here now, that HST. There's the Hayes and Harlington fast from Hayes and Harlington. I did an up and down. Oh. Let's get slowing down a bit, as I'm not going to stop at this rate. As you can also see, I don't use the hub, I use the keyboard. F1 clears the hub off. There's HST coming now. Took some time, look at that, Ealing Broadway. I'm impressed with that. Did well there. Nice steady arrival into Ealing Broadway. I should think the 377 will be right behind us. Just rolling in. Oh, misjudged me braking a little bit there. Too busy watching the HST. Put you off a little bit. Yeah, when you're running up against another train. Try and get to the stop board, please. And there we are. So, do we reckon the 377 will just arrive in as we're about to depart? Let's be fair, they're pretty quick. Now, the difference with the scenario, as you can see, for some reason on the GWE, I don't know why you don't get the counter, the loader timer. But the good thing is that once it's done, it just tells you to go. So I don't have to have me HUD on. Whereas in the normal timetable you do, so you can see how long you got. I love that 166. I know I keep saying it, but I do love the sound of the 166. I've really improved it in TSW2. Right, there we go. Shut the doors. Oh, press the right button would help. I think the 377's just rolling in now. There it is. Bye. So, if you're watching, this is your brake needle. Now, once you get interlock, right? That was a mistake. It was wrong in TSW, I remember. It should drop down, so it would stand at about 3, I think, or 2.5, and then once you get into lock, it drops down. If you're in stage 1, it will drop down. If you don't, if you're in any other stage, it won't. So that's when you know you've got the door interlock. I don't stop at save 4, it's Hayes and Harlington. However, we already know what happens here if you was watching my video earlier on. I love the GW route. I know it was the first route, but I just love the fact we've got that Brucey bonus of being able to put new trains in. And they're releasing a 1970s blue pack, aren't they? So that means we'll be able to run your Westerns and whatever else is in other colours. Your 33 as well, hopefully, in blue. Oh. Nice green banner of people saying I've got a green signal. Why have I got a green signal? Oh, that's interesting. Ah, now that's interesting, isn't it, boys and girls? I've got a green signal. That means it's used its common sense and let me go first over the junction at Sayfor. Right. So it's just because of the it's just how long it's took. That's basically it, isn't it? Right, okay. So that's weird, isn't it? So as you can see, it means the behaviour of the scenario is different depending on how you're playing it. So I've now got the signal right across the junction. So if you was watching earlier on, or if you haven't watched it, go back and have a look. When I was the 377 on the fast, yeah, I had to wait, and so did this service have to wait north of Sayfor, south of Hayes, for the Hayes and Hunter terminal to cross over. But it looks like, looking at my signal sequence, I've got the route straight through to Hayes and Harlington. I've been given preference. So that's good. So anyway, the challenge I'm doing for this, so my challenge, I'm driving this to Hayes and Harlington, I'm jumping off. I'm running down to the class 20s. Yeah? Oh, I said, I pushed the time to 10:25, I wish I hadn't bothered now. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough time. But, hey. And then the idea is to drive the 20s then. On the hope that once I get into the 20s, the AI should take this over. Because if it... Oh, hang on a minute. Have I spoke too soon? No. Have I spoke too soon? I think I spoke too soon. No, hang on. Oh yeah, there's a signal. Yeah, I've spoke too soon. There's a signal at the end of the platform. And then... No. I don't know. Yes, there is. Better start slowing down. Yeah, I've spoke too soon. I thought I had all the signals. Obviously not. So I haven't had all the signals. So I've got to wait for that 377 to cross. Ah, damn! I was getting excited then. Well, that's a bit of a bugger, isn't it, boys and girls? I'm sure on the when I was, I don't know. No, I can't do 90. So that means I'll have to sit and wait then for the 377 to cross over into Hayes and Harlington, which we know doesn't happen until the 166 coming the other way comes through on the up relief. So we've got a few minutes. Now I'm glad I've timed that class them 20s to. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've had another idea, boys and girls. Wonder if anybody can think what I'm about to do. Yes, I've just had another idea. I just want to put, don't try this at home, but nah, just do it. I've just had another idea. Let's just see if this works. So I'm going to bring this to a stand here, because we know it stands here for a bit anyway. Oh. Oh God. And I'm going to abandon it. That's right, kids. Don't try this at home. I'm abandoning my train. Why is this door shut? There you go, done it. Right, and then I'm going to run up to the 20s, because it's just up here, aren't they? Yeah, it's madness, I know. You shouldn't walk on the rail, but you should always walk on the cess. So instead of driving that to Hayes and waiting, whilst I'm stood there, I might as well just have a run up to the 20s. They're only up here. So that's what I'm going to do. And see if it works. I want to see if it works, you see. I want to see if once I jump into that train, the AI takes that one over, that drives off, and then I can drive the 20s. I don't want. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you spawn into the 20s at 10:25 or whatever time I've set, you look, all the other trains don't work because they don't seed in, do they? Unfortunately, they all stay where they are, which could be a bit of a problem. Oh, who's done that? Just dumped a bit of ATD there. Just dumped a barrier. Nice, very good. This is a good thing though about running around. You get to see all the ATD that you're flying by. You fly by it, don't you? Look, there's a log. Yeah, not a class 50. Well, we're at the crossover at Hayes, so we're not too far away now. You do. This is a lovely looking game. I don't care what anyone says. It's a beautiful looking game. It's definitely the best looking train simulating game around. I know that there's better train simulators. I appreciate that, but I think for looks and freedom and the fact that it's still a really good game to play, this is fantastic. It's a really good game. It'd be nice to see what they can do once the PS5 is more prominent and all the other next generation consoles, of course, and as PC PC gaming evolves, to see how this looks. Because I'm really looking forward to the evolution of this, indeed. Right, so I should be coming up to the 20s in a minute. I thought it was closer than this, but obviously not. It's fine, it's fine. It's still better to do this, because at the end of the day, the timer would have been stuck. That 166 ain't gone past yet. Going, oh, it's coming. Oh no, it's the back of the train. That 166 ain't gone past yet on the up anyway. So it's, you know, be stood there and stood there and stood there, and I'll be sat chatting crap. So, which I'm doing now, but the difference is, it looks like I'm doing something. Ah, there's that 166 now. Ooh. You see, another thing that'd be realistic, if it saw me running, it blew up at me. But obviously, it don't do that. Lovely. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous game. It sounds beautiful. Nearly there. Look, there's that them 20s now. Whew. Thankfully, we've got the time of the 377 still has to cross over in front of that 166, so I've still got a bit of time. Still got a bit of time. I know there's still a lot of detail missing from the overhead wires. Like there's no earth. There's a few bits and pieces and wires and things that are missing, but you know what? It don't really matter, does it? Because as when you're driving along, you don't really pay attention. '20s. Here they are, boys and girls. Here they are. Right, let's see how this works then. Oh, there's the HST. He's got his peg now, and obviously the 377 is coming right behind me. I've got to be careful. It's squashed. Yes, please. Is that right? Oops. I'm messing this up, ain't I? No! Bloody thing. I've done it wrong! Right. So it's these I need to... Oh, that's in forward. Is that in forward? There's the 377. Right, there we go. Put me instrument lights on. headlights on. I'm just pressing buttons on the thing, 'cause I'm cheating. I just want to see if it works, if I'm really honest. Start prepping the brakes. Ooh, lovely. Look at that. Ooh. Might have to take a picture on the... Take a screenshot. Take a picture with my phone. I take a picture of the screen with my phone a lot because it's really good quality. I've got a 4K monitor, so it looks really good. Oh, HST coming. I might try and see if I can get... Showing that 166 wasn't coming as well. But that actually, I've took a really good picture on my phone of that. So I'll have to upload it. Very good. I'll have to. I'll touch it up and upload it. Oh. Oh no! Look. Oh God! I forgot about that. That bloody mistake that happens. Bloody thing. I thought they fixed this. Bloody forecast stands foul, doesn't it? Look. Oh bugger. You know what that means, don't you? I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. It stands at this signal for some stupid reason. And of course I can't go into it now because it's past its departure time. Oh, I can't get out, can I? Because I need to go along the... Ah, no! Damn it! Damn it, damn it, damn it! Right. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. If I drive the 377 but don't stop at any stations, I'll still be stood at the red, but the difference is I can terminate it in haze. It won't end the game because I haven't stopped at the stations, which means I can then use the 20s. Oh, there's another HST coming. Oh, this will be an interesting picture. So it's all fun and games, isn't it, really? So, yeah, so I think that's what I can do. I reckon if I drove the 377, didn't stop at any of the stations, terminated at Hayes, because I haven't stopped at the stations, it won't let you finish the service, then I can run over to the Class 20, take that, and then run. I think that's something I could look at doing. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to have a bit of a break and have another coffee. I might come back and do it a bit later. So if you're knocking about later, I'll put something on the Facebook group anyway, and to say I'm going to try it again, and we'll try it again. If there's also any other sort of things you'd like to see on the videos, just drop me a comment or a message on this video on either YouTube or Facebook, and I'll have a look for you. I've got all the UK add-ons and all the UK trains. So if you need anything showing how to drive the 101, I've got videos already, but if you want to have a look through, or the freight trains or whatever routes you want me to, or try and look at the scenarios, I don't do them much, but if you want me to explain anything or preview, if you haven't got the route you want me to preview it for you so you can have a look yourself, just ask and I'll put a preview up for you. So I'll leave you to it for now, and I'll be back on it a bit later on. Thanks for watching.